Hello and welcome to Prestige Worldwide. Up for review today, we have some pawn shop discounts that I got. We have a local pawn shop that is going out of business, and actually a buddy of mine told me about it, and he was like, "Yeah, the guy just wants to clear out his inventory and move on with his life." They've been in business for like 30 years or something. Him and his dad were in business, and I think there's some health issues and stuff going on. I've bought a few things from them recently. I've probably spent about $500 there, and got to know the owner a little bit, and he's a real nice guy, and I didn't drive too hard of a bargain with him. This was originally in a plastic, or basically packaging tape. These were packaging tape together on the shelf in his display case. Price $95, and then gear wrench 3/8 ratchet for $50. And these are 3/8 drive. They are deep well 6-point, and these are Snap-on vintage. I'm not sure exactly what time frame these were available. I'm not like a Snap-on expert. I do own a few Snap-on tools. I have some Snap-on ratchets. I have a Snap-on Talon grip. I actually have some sockets made by Caterpillar for Snap-on. These are for the giveaway though, so they're not really mine. 5,000 subscriber giveaway, link in the description. Make sure you're subscribed. Click the link. When we hit 5,000 subscribers, I will select a winner. Well, actually, Gleam.io or whatever. Gleam has a system where they will randomly select one of you guys that signs up. So anyways, I went ahead and put these on a Harbor Freight, just sort of a cheap socket rail. So the part number is this is for the 7/8 one, SFS 281. That's Sierra, Foxtrot Sierra 281. And then the smallest one is 1/4 inch. And the part number for this one is SFS 081. Sierra, Foxtrot Sierra 081. And then in between, we've got 5/16, 3/8, 7/16, 1/2 inch, 9/16, 5/8, 11/16, 3/4, 13/16, and 7/8. So it's an 11-piece set. I got these sockets and this ratchet for $60 cash out the door, including sales tax. These sockets, I asked him what his best price was for them, and he was like, $50 out the door. And I'm like, well, why don't you throw in this gear wrench, 3/8 ratchet, and and have this for $50. He's like, well, how about 60? And it took about 2 seconds for me to think about it, and then it was like, yep, that's a good deal. Reached in my pocket, $60, and yeah, I think we were both pretty happy with that. So these don't have the Flank Drive Plus or anything like that. They're, pretty basic. I guess one thing I did learn yesterday at the pawn shop was that the metric ones have the little lines. I guess it'd be similar to these. That's how you tell metric and standard on Snap-on, is the standards don't have the little dash marks. I guess that they have these solid lines that go straight around, and then the metric ones have lines that go sort of up and down along this axis of the sockets. So, and I do like the fact, you can see how shallow this well is, and that works good for a lot of applications. Normally you don't need a very deep fluting on these sockets. If you're putting a nut onto a bolt, the nut might slip down further, down to like here if it's fluted down to there, but this one's fluted to here. And basically this whole area is just for bolt. The bolt, if it's longer, it can pass up here, but the nut can only go down to about there. So it's actually the right way to make a socket. I don't know why some other companies want to do their fluting, 1.5 inches down. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Doesn't it cost more to do more fluting? But anyways, I'm not in the CNC business or tool manufacturing business. I'm not sure why Snap-on does it this way and other people do them deeper, and these just seem to work better in most scenarios. You want shallow fluting. And these have a little bit of rust on the inside. I might get some CLR and a wire brush and clean them up. That would be in another video. And I might have some other rusty tools that I might try some different stuff on to clean them up. But yeah, it's kind of cool. Like, these were made in America back in many decades ago. Back then, these were the normal sockets. You would buy SAE, and these would work on all your trucks and all your lawn mowers and all your stuff like that. But yeah, I thought this was a really good deal. Essentially got it for, let's say about 50 bucks for that, 10 bucks for that. I think I got a better discount on this one, obviously. Sticker price was 50, but I think it was just more of a combo deal thing. So it's probably more like 15 bucks for this one and 45 for these, which screaming deal. Both are awesome deals. This guy also has some power tools. Nothing that like jumps off the page at me, like I've got to have that. He's got more just like, he's got like 14 random orbital sanders. And, I've got like a 18 volt Milwaukee sander. I use it a lot. It's actually one of the oscillating cutters that has the sander, like the triangle shaped sander attachment. I use that thing all the time, but I don't have an Orbit sander. So I might go back and buy an Orbit sander from this guy. Yeah, he's got a few different things. I also bought, a couple weeks ago, I recently bought this from him. I got it for about 25 bucks from him. These sell for about 60 bucks. I don't know why he had a price so high, but this will be in an upcoming review as well. Inside socket set, pass-through socket set. Well, anyways, thanks for watching, and sign up for my 5,000 subscriber giveaway to win this set of Caterpillar 8 through 19 metric shallow 6-point sockets made by Snap-on in the United States for Caterpillar. And I will see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.